I know this video is a bit old for when they originally posted this, like over a year ago, but I was looking particularly for a topic similar to this, and I saw this, so let's do it. The original Power Rangers Mighty Morphin team runs the Batfamily Gauntlet. Now, I believe that first person there is, I think that's Tim Drake. I could be wrong, it's the only one I'm not entirely sure of. But keep in mind, this is the full Power Rangers team at the same time. Sure, they have no Zords, but it is like a 6v1, and they have extremely high levels of strength. Mind you, people who've only watched the original live action TV show might not know this, but for the Power Rangers comics, it shows the true extent that the Rangers have. They can move dozens of tons with their bare hands and move faster than the eye can see. Now, the Bat Family has characters that can definitely move pretty fast and have fought people of similar calibers of strength, but I don't think Tim Drake would be able to even take down a single one of these Rangers, especially if they're working together. Next, we've got Damian Wayne. It's definitely going to be a pretty difficult fight, in the sense that he's definitely one of the most dangerous, even if he's not the strongest. Keep in mind, this is a crazy child with a sword. We're talking about somebody who was trained by the League of Assassins. I believe that was the exact name of what the group was, but besides the point. He's a trained assassin at this young of an age. He will not hesitate to kill if he feels the need to. But again, I don't think he'd be able to beat all the Rangers. Now, will he damage a few of them? Maybe. I think with his lethal skill, especially dealing with these kind of odds, he might be able to injure at least one of them, maybe two of them if he's lucky. Now we're getting a pretty decent jump in my opinion. Jason Todd Red Hood is going to at least be able to cause some pretty serious damage to a couple Rangers. Again, sure, he might not be able to beat the team, but he is going to make his mark, and it's going to take a bit for that team to actually recover from said fight. And Nightwing, again, I'm not really sure, because yes, Nightwing is definitely one of the best in terms of overall power for the Robins and the Bat Family in general. And in terms of just pure skill, he's also really high up there. I think he'd be able to do pretty similar in terms of damage to the Power Rangers, but nowhere near as a lethal type of damage like what Red Hood would resort to. But now we have the main event. Batman versus the Power Rangers. Now keep in mind, this isn't prep time, but even without prep time, he's going to do really good. Very, very good. He's taken on some of his strongest Rogues members at the same time. I believe one time he shouldered through Killer Croc, and sometimes even fought Killer Croc and Bane at the same time. Two of the most physically powerful characters in his Rogues gallery. Which, even if you don't think they're as strong as the Rangers, they're definitely close enough that Batman overpowering two of them at once is definitely going to show that he's a threat to even characters on the level of the Power Rangers. And I think the sheer jump in power and skill that Batman has, as well as all of his gadgets at his disposal, I think that he would be able to take down at least half of the Ranger team before he was eventually chipped down and defeated. Now, this entire thing would be completely different if it wasn't a gauntlet. Because the biggest factor here that was giving the Rangers such an advantage was it was a 5 or 6-on-1 for every one of these fights. Now, if this was every one of the Bat Family members that's on this gauntlet at the same time against the Rangers, I don't think the Rangers could win that. Hell, unless you gave them their Zords, they wouldn't win. But if it's just the Rangers as is, and they were trying to fight the entire Bat Family shown here at the same time, they're gonna be cooked. But since it's a 6-on-1, I doubt even Batman would be able to handle the might of the Rangers.